Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
A Udall native used his skills to help soldiers wounded in action heal.
As photojournalist Nick Kiefer and Gwen Bevel share, he hopes people never forget what veterans endure.
Michael Walker was working at the state hospital in Winfield while he was going to college, so he says he knew a little bit about medicine. He went on to treat so many as a Navy corpsman.
You fight for the person standing beside you or the one laying beside you.
Retired Navy corpsman Michael Walker says the sounds of a war zone,
it's so deep even after all these years.
He says the screams he heard overseas were eerily like the ones after the Udall tornado.
It brought back some pretty terrible memories. And I think that's part of why I did what I do.
It's hard for him to put into words the bond he had with his comrades.
There's a fellowship that just binds us together. It's just something you feel in here.
The year was 1968.
My job was to keep them alive.
They all called him Doc.
I never was upset about the extent of an injury.
He says it was key to stay positive.
I damn sure sent a lot of them home that wouldn't have been, and that made me feel good.
Walker also treated Vietnamese civilians.
Where I would go out in village and treat mainly little kids.
He went on after Vietnam to serve for 3 decades, so when the first Gulf War broke out,
my unit was sent to Bahrain.
He was the most senior corpsman, so he served as the ombudsman. He stayed in the States and helped keep the lines of communication open between Marines and their families.
People don't understand what it's like unless you've been there.
Walker is still helping others heal.
The idea all started around we wanted to help other veterans and give them a place to go.
They formed what is now known as the Kansas Veterans and Family Reunion.
I've seen it in the faces of veterans that have come there.
He says that's why they're preparing to roll with the 33rd annual event.
Most veterans don't talk about what they saw and done, and there's a good reason for that.
He says gathering each year allows them to do that with people who understand the battles they fought and lived through.
As soon as you put that uniform on and are willing to stand up and die for what you believe in, you're a hero.
You can celebrate these heroes this weekend, Friday through Sunday, at the Kansas Veterans and Family Reunion. It's at El Dorado Lake, and there will be a lot of activities planned. For a full lineup, go to KSN.com. Here for you, Gwen Bevel, KSN News 3.
On behalf of Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to recognize this week's veteran, Mr. Michael Walker. Mr. Walker was unable to be with us, but we wanted to recognize him.
On behalf of all of Kansas, thank you so much for your service.
I do want to thank them. I know what I'm going to do with the $500. I'm going to donate it to the reunion.
Veteran Salute.